So I think I'm gonna do my most memorable events video while I'm walking out here on our nightly walk, because what I did was I tried out my webcam to see how it worked, and it just seemed to look really funny, and I don't know if it's gonna work. So anyway, I'm gonna do it real quick right now. Actually, I think our friends are coming up, so maybe I'll wait till we pass them, because I'm sure we'll have to say hello. Yeah, we'll wait a minute. Memorable events of the summer. I feel like I talked about these events in the last video, about favorite things of my summer or whatever. But some of them aren't. Dominic, can you get the scooter? Right there. Okay, so one of the things that I talked about, and one of the things that was one of my first most memorable times of this summer, was meeting my dad's family, 4 of his cousins. That was very memorable because it's the first time I met them, and like I said before,
Can't get me, Dominic.
I've only met, you know, like 3, 4
Get me, dude.
family members from that side. So it was very special to meet people that grew up with my father and get to know them and make some new relationships. And they will, I hope, be in my life for a long time, because they were very kind and warm and welcoming, and just how a family should be. So I've got a lot of family on my mom's side, and I love them to pieces. So but I just never had a lot of family on my dad's side, so it's really special. That was one of them. Another special moment, memorable moment, was Malloy's birthday party, and when we were all sitting out at the park for the movie in the park, and they sang happy birthday to him, the whole crowd, and I just knew that was special for my son. But also just looking over at him it was like a perfect night, perfect little breeze, much like tonight. But looking at him and his friends, they were just all so happy and all so excited. So just looking at them, enjoying themselves, making memories together was very special. You're not gonna roll in the grass, Malloy. And you need, no, that's too much. That's too much. You're trying to heal. So he had his oral surgery yesterday. He had a baby tooth pulled because a big tooth was coming up quickly, and it caused this infection, like a gumball size lump in his gum. And he didn't tell me about it, of course. I had to just notice it, and I thank God that I noticed it when I did, because it could have been really bad. The infection could have spread into his face. It could have been horrible, and so I'm very grateful that I saw it when I did. It was after work one day, and I just happened to look at him, and I'm like, "Are you sucking on candy?" And he said, "No." And I go, "What is wrong with your face?" And then I touched it and about lost my mind. I totally freaked out. It was a gigantic lump. So we took him right in to an urgent care. The doctor there told us we needed to see a dentist ASAP and get started on an antibiotic. So we did that. No, Malloy, you're not gonna wrestle up there.
No, we have to get each other.
No, you can't do that. No, you can't run, you can't wrestle, you can't do any of that. He doesn't realize that, like, when you're going through, when it's the day after having something done like that, you can't run around and be crazy. You could either bump your face, but not only that, but your body is trying to heal. So you need to rest. It needs to rest. He's having a hard time, obviously. He's a 9-year-old boy. So, but he's just not quite grasping it. And I keep telling him, tomorrow you're gonna wake up and you might not feel so good. But anyway, totally getting off track as usual. Story of a single mama. What was I saying now? So the memories, the memorable. So I talked about the birthday party. Oh, the other thing was my mom, she finally sold our house. We lived there my whole life. So almost 35, 34 years. And it was our house. You know, we all could go back there whenever we wanted. We all had the key. Many memories are, my entire life was spent in that house. Even Malloy's first year of life was spent in that house. And so when it was up for sale and when it sold, I was a big baby about it. The rest of my family, they were fine. I was very sad, but I was also very excited for my mom because I know it was a lot of stress for her to keep up a house by herself. And so I was excited for her. So anyway, the memorable moment was once the house was sold, my mom moved right into her condo. And it's beautiful. It's everything she could want. So going there for the first time with my son and seeing it while it was all set up, everything was moved in. So walking in and seeing her face at that moment, I videotaped it, I think. I don't know if I put it up though. But seeing her face and she was just glowing, and you could almost see the weight off of her shoulders. Like she was just like so happy, and that was very cool to see because all my life, like I said, 34, 35 years, she's had that house and has taken care of it on her own. The brothers come over and mow the lawn and shovel and stuff like that, but for the most part she was there alone and taking care of it. So just to see her happy in her jammies with her glass of wine, watching her shows on her new flat screen TV, and she really deserved it. She deserved that peace, and that she's 65 and it's just time for her to have a nice place and relax and not worry about things all day long. So I'm very happy for her. But like I said, the memorable moment was seeing her face at that minute when we walked in and saw her. So and I thought there was one. Walnut Grove, of course. I talk about that all the time. Little House on the Prairie. This was our second year, and the memorable part for me was actually the drive to our hotel and probably the drive to Walnut Grove where we were to see the play, the pageant. Even though it was canceled after like the first or second scene, which was heartbreaking. Just driving there with the anticipation and excitement, it was about a 45-minute drive. Just being excited, looking over at my son and seeing how excited he was, and just kind of thinking in my head, and thanking God that my son is still excited to hang out with me. And yeah, it was a really nice moment. And we were listening to classical music, so it made it even more special. Anyway, I gotta get mommified on these boys now because now it's getting out of hand. Malloy, Malloy, stop jumping around immediately. Malloy, Malloy, stop right now. That is too much. It's enough. Go get your scooter right now. We're gonna walk on. Go get your scooter. He is so big for 9. So like he just turned 9 this year, and people are looking at us all the time, like at grocery stores or parks or wherever, because they're like, why is this like 13-year-old or 12-year-old acting like he's so immature? They don't realize that he's a new 9-year-old. So because he's huge, he's big, he looks like a 12-year-old. So sometimes I like have to mention it just so people like get it. But yeah, he's a big boy, but he's still very 8, 9 years old in his heart and mind and mentally, and yeah, so anyway, there he is. Unbelievable. Cannot believe he's going into 4th grade. I'm so excited for him, but also heartbroken because, are you kidding me? How does that happen? I feel like it was a year ago that I went to go see his kindergarten classroom and meet his teacher, and I was crying and like, my baby, and now he's going into 4th grade. And you know, I don't know, like other parents out there, do you guys feel the same way? Do I just feel this way because he's my only child and I probably won't have other kids? Or does everyone feel that way, no matter how many kids they have? Or do you not feel that way? I mean, I've met parents who are like, oh, I cannot wait till they're 18 and out of the house, and I'm just shocked. Because I'm like, just stay here and be my little boy forever, you know? This year I've had to do a lot of letting go. So you know what? That's kind of another memorable thing of the summer, is I've made a lot of changes with him. Letting him do things that I've been kind of holding on to. So, like taking a shower is a big one. Well, and we just got our shower fixed, but you know, he would take a bath like a little boy. So taking a shower, it's making him feel really cool. There's been some other things I'll talk about in another video maybe. But anyway, I hope that answers some of the questions of the most memorable things of the summer. If I think of anything else, I'll add it in at the end, but as of now,